Good day to you. Welcome once again. This drive will take us from Whakatane to New Zealand's first living building at Taneatua, roughly 14 kilometers to the south. We leave from Henderson Street, in the suburb of Kopi, continue to skirt the western limits of the town, near the river, along our Tapu Drive, through the Te Tahi Street industrial area at the southern extremity, and onto the main Taneatua Road. There we continue until we join State Highway 2, just before reaching our destination. Enjoy! This area of town has suffered serious flooding over the years, with the river effectively as its border. Otherwise, back in the early 1900s, when still farmland, it was the site of Whakatane's first attempt at establishing a golf course, playing in a couple of fields with cattle for company, no doubt often having to clean cowshit off their little white balls. Anyway, those intrepid golfers persevered, and today the town has a championship standard course out near the airport. Shortly we'll cross the original route of the Whakatane River. If you look at this map, we are in the top left corner, driving southeast along our Tapu Drive. To our left there is now a series of picturesque lakes, lined by some very nice houses, in a big loop as the river used to be. Further on along our Tapu, we will see the other end of the river, as it used to be back in the times of the early Pākehā settlers. In case you don't know, Pākehā effectively means non-Maori. Coming up on the left is Trident High School, a large establishment with extensive playing fields. Notice the number of cars in the school grounds and street outside. Wow, obviously an excellent ratio of teachers to pupils at that school, you might say. Well, no actually. Most of them are probably pupils' cars. On the right you will have noticed a high bank. On the other side is the Whakatane River, and the bank of course is for flood prevention. Tahi Street comprises a typical industrial area. But along on the right is a recycling establishment called Crew, not however for your usual cardboard, cans and bottles, but rather for just about anything that might be found in a household. People donate stuff that they don't have a use for anymore, and Crew sell it on to the public for pennies. Amazing what one can find there in the way of clothes, furniture, crockery, building materials, etc. And if you think you saw a Volkswagen Beetle there that might be for sale, you were right, but it's only half a Beetle. And no, not for sale. Sorry. You know, probably, that on the 5th of March 2021, major earthquakes offshore New Zealand raised fears that a significant tsunami could hit Whakatane. A government minister and MP for the region got on the radio and strongly advised people to head up into the hills, or get as far away from the coast as possible, to places like Taneatua. Along on the left you will see a track going up the side of the hill. On Tsunami Day there were major traffic jams getting onto Taneatua Road, and there were vehicles parked all the way up this track, their occupants gazing nervously down the river, to see what might be coming up it in the form of a tidal wave. Hundreds of others had gone on to take refuge at today's destination. Strangely, other Whakatane residents had remained in town and gone to the Memorial Hall, a location well within range of a Japanese-scale tsunami, where they remained until the all clear, being given tea and biscuits. Okay, we'll speed up now. Here we join State Highway 2 for our final leg to the Tuhoe establishment, which I previously referred to as New Zealand's first living building. Anyway, we will shortly arrive at a very impressive structure on the right, which is the result of a project executed by the Tuhoe, a Maori iwi, designed to represent their culture, past, present and future. Well, here we are, at the Tuhoe Building. Straight ahead and up the steps, or there is a ramp alongside, can be found the entrance, and immediately inside there is a cafe that serves light meals etc. To the left there are offices and to the right there is access to a high-ceilinged meeting room, and an amphitheater outside. Very impressive for the use of wood throughout and well worth a visit. A URL for a short video appears below. And that's all for today. Be with you soon for another drive.